Texas Governor Greg Abbott announcing Texas is going to start arresting everybody crossing the border through the Texas area illegally. Our BorderReport.com correspondent Sandra Sanchez wrote the article. You talked a lot about this, Sandra. What does this mean for Texas, and legally can the governor do this?
Right, it's a huge deal. Governor Abbott announced that he plans to shake things up in Texas and that he wants to arrest anybody who comes across. Now, how he can do that, peace officers tell me they don't see that it can legally be done. But we did learn in reporting today that on Thursday, Abbott plans to convene a summit with law enforcement officials, border leaders in Del Rio. And he did say that he's going to reveal some plans next week. So we expect that he's going to talk more about how logistically he plans to do this. I spoke to Hidalgo County Sheriff Eddie Guerra today, and he said as a peace officer, he does not have the ability to stop and question someone regarding immigration. That is federal laws, and he is local. And so the question becomes, is the governor going to try to get local law enforcement involved in arresting migrants, or is he going to expand Operation Lone Star, which you've reported a lot about down here in the Rio Grande Valley, and use state troopers?
And we all know that if a citizen or anyone is arrested by a state trooper, they're going to go to the local jails. They don't have their own facilities. So the question is now, are these non-citizens going to be in the local jails, and do they have space right now?
They don't have space. Sheriff Guerra told me that his jail holds 1,200 people. He has already 300 people over at the facility, and he has 400 people in other county facilities that we are paying for. He says he does not have the room for nonviolent offenders, and neither does McAllen Police Chief Victor Rodriguez, who plans on attending the meeting Thursday. Both said that they do not have any idea what the governor or how he plans to carry this out. The other thing, in speaking to criminal defense lawyers today, they told me that if the governor is intending that someone is put in jail, and he's saying he wants them jailed for 6 months to a year, then I'm told they will have the right to a public defender if they are facing jail time. So is the governor planning on allowing all these migrants coming through to have legal representation? Currently, asylum seekers have the right to a lawyer, but if they can't afford to pay for one, then the government does not give them one. Now it seems like he's changing the entire game plan.
And we both know that a lot of times the migrants come in these large groups, and there's small children. Of course, there's infants, but sometimes there's 12-year-olds, 11, even 9-year-olds that come alone. The question is, are they going to be arresting these children, and then would they go to a juvenile center, or would they go to a jail? Where would they go?
Well, as you know, currently all unaccompanied migrant children go to Health and Human Services immediately. That's a completely different department, not under the Department of Homeland Security. The question becomes, however, family units. If a 12-year-old child or a 7-year-old child comes with a family unit and they're arrested, what will happen to those children? Will they be separated? Will they go to juvenile facilities? And I'm told, no, we do not have the capacity here in the Rio Grande Valley or anywhere else in the state to hold them. Interestingly, I'm also told that if the governor wants to charge them with aggravated trespassing, which is what he said he's going to, he needs to put up no trespassing signs. So will he do that along the entire Texas border? It's yet to be seen.
And next week, we're going to have all eyes on Del Rio with the summit. Do you know any more details about that?
I plan on going, and I can tell you that 93-year-old Hudspeth County judge is also going. So people from the 34 counties in which the disaster declaration was part of have all been invited to take part in this, and the governor does plan to meet privately with the county judges, Hidalgo County Judge Richard Cortez being among them, who plans to attend.
And we all know that Judge Cortez is not a big fan of Governor Abbott's pressing on the immigration new laws. What has he told you?
Well, you know, it's interesting. In trying to report out this story today, the governor's office would not confirm or deny anything, but it was local officials down here and who were talking about it, because obviously this has rankled some feathers. I mean, they don't understand how this could be. You know, the perception is that Governor Abbott is using the border and in an unfair way.
Well, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about the disaster declaration issued by the governor or more on this topic, you can read Sandra's report. It's up on BorderReport.com and ValleyCentral.com.
Thank you.
And now.